Welcome everybody to this week's Market Share, the short weekly segment brought to you by MKR, where we bring you all the noteworthy news and updates surrounding digital media and the world today. I'm your host Genevieve, and we've got some fun stories for you today, so let's get started. First up today, let's talk about why Gen Z stereotypes aren't necessarily working in marketing, noted expressly by Gen Zers. Obviously, there are generalizations about any generation, whether that be the Y2K clothing trend of Gen Z, the avocado toast of the millennial, or the thumbs up emoji for the boomer generation. But many companies have seen that audiences are struggling to associate with a lot of the stereotypes surrounding their generation. So they're left to think, am I not doing this right? This is why, depending on your industry, you may need to rethink exactly how you're targeting your target audience. One topic we talk about a lot on Market Share is how influential micro-influencers can be. And the reason for that, in most cases, they're targeting a specific niche interest, not a whole generation grouped by their birth year. Additionally, when you're looking at Gen Z, the trends move on so quickly from one to the next, so not every person in that age group can or will be clued into the same content. So the next time your creative brief says that the audience is Gen Zers aged 18 to 25, let's maybe take a step back and make sure that that is in fact the most specific audience you want to be targeting. Next up today, Yeti's new viral ads are focused on the impact of single-use receptacles and the sustainable side of their products. Now, Yeti is a fairly premium-priced brand, but they're able to prove themselves worthy of that price through their marketing efforts, dating all the way back to when they filmed a grizzly bear who was wholly unable to open up a Yeti cooler for over an hour. Now, after several years of business and expanding into the drinkware category, their advertising still revolves around this feats of strength idea, except this time the messaging focuses more on sustainability. The series of out-of-home ads that are appearing in New York City, Los Angeles, Boston, and Chicago show Yeti products next to their single-use counterparts to show their durability and the disposability of each respectively. The Yeti products are labeled as for every single use, or takes generations to break in. And this purpose-driven marketing is coming just at the right time for Yeti, considering how much environmentalism has surged over the last several years. People feel better purchasing the product when they're able to see the impact it has on the world. And it definitely helps when the ads are zooming around social media for everyone to see. And hopping back to our last story, Yeti is targeting people who want to do good for the planet. And that segment just so happens to house many Gen Zers. They also connect to others in their target market who love to fish and spend time outdoors, both of which are seriously affected by single-use plastics. So all in all, Yeti has done a great job of using purpose-driven advertising in a unique way, connecting to their target market and hopefully making the future a bit more sustainable. Third up today, neuromarketing and AI are coming together to help strengthen ad campaigns. Obviously, the pairing of neuroscience and marketing makes sense given that the emotional benefit almost always drives someone towards a product or service choice. But now, neuroscientific AI tools are starting to become more accessible to advertisers. New high-tech headbands from a company called Glassview can measure the brain activity of people while they watch ads, meaning that they can then feed this collected data into an AI model that detects patterns in how people emotionally respond to ads. Specifically for Travel Texas, this technology eventually led to a 97% increase in tourists to the state, so obviously marketers are finding value in it. Since neuroscientific measurement happens on such a small scale from second to second, AI really helps speed the data analysis part of this process along, so that companies can use this rich data to launch and improve ad campaigns, which is something that certainly could not have been done this quickly 10 years ago. A lot of human decision-making is unconscious, so rather than having a focus group where people can easily get influenced by others, you can now get the information straight from the source, if you have enough money, of course. Last up today, Capri Sun is showcasing kid noise-canceling technology in a new campaign that most definitely targets parents of noisy children. The idea behind the campaign is that each Capri Sun takes about 50 seconds to consume, which gives parents the incredible almost minute-long break of silence that they've been wishing for all day. The new limited edition product mimics the look of noise-canceling headphones and includes a $100 TaskRabbit gift card to reward parents for their hard work by not having to do yet another DIY project. We all know a parent who's feeling burned out, especially in the midst of back-to-school chaos, so Capri Sun is really hoping they can give parents a quick escape. This is a departure from much of the advertising for children's products, because often when you think about advertising for children's consumer goods, it more so aims to convince the child so that they can then convince their parents. This is a great example of using out-of-the-box marketing tactics to go right to the source. That's all for this week's Market Share. My name's Genevieve, and I'll see you all next week. Obviously, there are generalizations